Welcome to Channel 6 Sports. I'm Kelsey Williams, and I'm joined here by Mitchell and Michael. Guys, massive weekend here for the Bears.
I'm excited, and it's starting to feel like football weather.
Now, before we talk about the McNeese game, let's look ahead sort of towards the FCS playoffs. We're halfway through the season now. How many teams are going to get there, and what teams are going to get to the playoffs?
I think 3 teams make it. I think McNeese State wins the conference. I think they have a chance to go undefeated this year. Sam Houston State's always a team that's up there and towards the top. I think they're in the top 11th right now in the country. I think they make it. The third team, I think it's up for grabs. It could be Southeastern Louisiana, UCA, and Lamar. I'm giving the edge to Lamar. I think UCA, the fact that UCA plays Lamar on the road, that's going to be kind of tough for them. And Lamar has a really good running back who set a record last week for a lot of rushing yards. So props to that guy. Lamar looks really good. So I think those 3 teams are going to make it. McNeese State, Sam Houston, and Lamar. UCA is going to be left out by a game or so.
Yeah, the Southland kind of has that magic number of 3. It seems like 3, max would be 4, and I agree with that. Sam Houston State and McNeese seem to be the 2 front runners, and been there, done that for both of those teams. Lamar is the dark horse. A lot of people might say UCA at this point, but with the way UCA is playing, but this game this week is going to tell you a lot about maybe if the Southland Conference does get 4 teams in. Yeah. But I think if you had to call it right now today, I'd say they get 3 in.
I don't think you're giving UCA enough credit here, Mitchell. We know that people that watch this definitely pick on you for that.
I think in fairness to him, only because they couldn't beat Sam Houston State last year when it counted, and Sam Houston State has shown, hey, we'll go to the Final Four 3 of the last 5 years when it comes to playoff time. And McNeese, they haven't seen him, but McNeese, year in and year out, is a powered. And they came here and beat UCA like a drum a couple of years ago. They've got to take care of business.
Ask me this question next week after they play against McNeese, because then UCA still has 3 big teams that have to play in Lamar, Southeastern Louisiana, and Sam Houston State. If they keep it close against McNeese and maybe lose by a touchdown or 2, I might change my opinion.
Yeah. And to be fair to you too, McNeese is probably not as good as maybe the statistics say they are.
They haven't exactly had as tough a schedule
as
UCA. UCA's gone to OSU. They didn't go as well against Samford as everyone would have hoped to, but they held OSU to only 10 points within the first half, which was great for them. But you talk about UCA, and I don't think you guys are giving them enough credit here. They're undefeated in conference so far, and I think they're showing a lot of promise.
What gives me hope? -9 yards rushing they allowed against Houston Baptist, a team that had put up over 200 against Sam Houston State and another Southland Conference team. So that's good.
Well, you said that UCA wasn't able to perform against Sam Houston when it really counted.
That's true. Last year
they weren't able to perform against Abilene when it counted, and then look what we saw here now. So
that is true.
It's definitely going to be a turnaround. It's going to be interesting to see how they go. So give me a score prediction.
Well, being the negative Ned, I am on this show. I think McNeese State's going to come in here and beat UCA. I think it's close for a half. I think McNeese State's defense kind of understands what UCA is going to do the second half. They blitz a lot. Hildebrand gets sacked. They force a couple of turnovers. I have McNeese State winning 35-20.
Ooh, 35-20.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, after I saw the Abilene Christian game, I thought, okay, this defense, like I said in our stuff before that game, I thought it was going to be fireworks left and right down every score, every possession, and it wasn't. Houston Baptist, the rushing yards, I know they're not a great team, but UCA still had them in rushing yards. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and we're not used to seeing that at UCA, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to take the Cowboys, too, because they have finished games lately. Not that UCA has not, but McNeese has finished games, and defense.
Their defense is good.
Well, after seeing UCA perform last week and Brandon Cox get mentioned as Special Teams Player of the Week with his 93-yard punt return touchdown, I think they've got a few weapons there that people might not look at. Everyone knows about Jatavius Wilson, but Brandon Cox can really slip in there too, and I think that he's going to be a big performer. I can see the Bears winning by 2 touchdowns. And I know you guys
positive.
But you know what? What happened last time when I said they're going to win by 2 touchdowns and you both thought they were going to lose?
You called it.
What happened last year when I picked Abilene to beat us, and nobody believed me for 2 straight weeks.
Oh, well, that's
and that's why I'm choosing McNeese, because I'm usually wrong, I guess, is what they're saying. So if it comes down to special teams, UCA they were unblemished until the Dinker missed a extra point at Houston Baptist. Other than that, they've had great special teams all year long.
UCA is going to get their points in this game. I just think McNeese State's defense is too good, and they're going to cause a couple of turnovers in the fourth quarter, and that's just going to be the ball game because McNeese State's going to have the ball
last.
last.
What about UCA's defense? Floyd, Woodard, Holland, Ricky Wyatt. I feel like they've got a massive group there.
They're playing as well as they've ever played, and that group is starting to gel, and that's where Sam's, their quarterback for McNeese State, had 22 carries last week, and most of them, talking with Coach Campbell, were called runs. So they're going to be busy all night. It's different when you don't have to worry about a quarterback beating you. Now you have to tackle a halfback every play, and then you have to worry about the quarterback getting out. And their halfback averaged 9.9 yards per carry last week, and he had 20-something carries.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be definitely an interesting game. If you want to tune in, it will be on Southland TV. The game is on Saturday on the Stripes. Thanks, Mitchell and Michael, for joining me.
Bring your red beans and rice, too.
Stay hungry.
Whatever that means. We'll see you next time.